Now we will discuss LR growth circuit. In LR growth circuit, there is an inductor and a resistor connected in series along with an EMF source of EMF V. In this circuit, initially the current is 0 and the switch is open. At t equals to 0, now we have closed the switch of this circuit. After switching the close, we will discuss this condition at any time t. At any time t, I have assumed that in the inductor there is a current I in this direction. This current I flowing through the circuit, and due to this variation of current, here the EMF in the inductor is developed, and that is E equals to minus L di by dt. Now we will apply Kirchoff voltage law throughout the circuit. Then there will be, when we are moving clockwise direction in the circuit, so from here to here we will move, then potential difference is V, and when passing through the inductor, that is minus L di by dt, and through the resistor, that is minus IR, that is equals to 0. On solving this, we will get a differential equation which implies that L di by dt equals to V minus IR, and by separating the variables, di over V minus IR, that is equals to dt over L. Initially we know that at t equals to 0, current in the circuit is 0, and at any time t, the current in the circuit is I. Now after integration, we will get log of V minus IR, the limit from 0 to V, and divided by minus R, that is equals to T by L. On solving this, we will get ln V minus IR over V, that is equals to minus of RT by L. On further solving, we will get the value of current, that is I equals to V upon R 1 minus e raised to the power minus RT by L. After solving, we have found that the current is increasing in the circuit with respect to time t, and if we draw the graph of current with respect to time, then we will get this graph. Here it is shown that at t equals to 0, the current is 0 and the current is increasing, and after a long time, when t tends to infinity, the current becomes constant, and that is equals to V by R, and this is the maximum current in the circuit. Now if we write down this equation again, the value of current I equals to V by R 1 minus e power minus t upon LR. Here L by R have the dimension of time, so this value L by R is called as time constant of growth circuit. This is the time constant. Here we have found that current is increasing with respect to time t, and after a long time the current becomes 0. Now if we discuss this circuit after a long time, then we have found that the current in the circuit becomes constant, and that is equals to V by R. This condition is called as condition of steady state. Condition of steady state, this is t tends to infinity. At this state, the current through the inductor becomes constant and EMF in the inductor becomes 0. In LR growth circuit, always remember that at a steady state, current through the inductor becomes constant and EMF in the inductor becomes 0. Now if we discuss about the power delivered by battery, then I am using the expression of Kirchoff voltage law, this expression. By using this expression, we will see that V minus L di by dt minus IR, that is equals to 0, and this implies that the value of V is L di by dt minus plus IR. Now I will multiply this equation with current, then we will found that V into I, that is equals to L di by dt into I plus I square R. Here V into I is the power delivered by battery and I square R is dH by dt, rate of heat dissipated in the resistor, and the value L di by dt into I, that is equals to the rate of change of energy of inductor. Okay, now from here we can describe that the power delivered by battery is equals to dH by dt, this is I square R in resistor, plus du by dt in the inductor. From here, if we want to discuss the energy of an inductor, then we will found that the value du by dt equals to minus plus L I di by dt. On solving this, we will get the value of du, that is equals to L I di, and which implies that du equals to L I di. We will take the energy of an inductor when current is 0, that energy is taken as 0. When current I, then the energy is U, and this value of energy is U equals to half Li square. And overall, in current growth circuit, we have found that the current is increasing exponentially, and after a long time, current becomes constant and EMF in the inductor becomes 0.